Hello, my viewers and subscribers. Welcome to another episode of Jamaica Politics Uncovered. New subscribers, welcome. Returning subscribers, welcome back. So, guys, there's a situation developing in St. Catherine where there's a workers' meeting to be held today. The invited guest, PJ Patterson, is supposed to be there. The problem, however, with this meeting is that there is a fierce resistance against the inserted candidate, the Mark Golding inserted Rise United candidate, Alfred Dawes. The workers of the constituency are saying, no, we don't want you to insert any candidate here. We want the right to vote for who we want to represent us. Now, they are saying that if PJ shows up to endorse this flawed, illegal process, all hell is going to break loose. Listen to what one of the workers told the media a night ago.
I know some issues we have with the selection, but I'm select Dr. to be the representative of our constituency. We have a problem with that, to work as a party. First thing them do is to bypass the delegates. Don't give us the opportunity to vote for who we want. I know them want to have a meeting on Sunday. So, as far as me concerned, to endorse him then, so to speak, for him to be the candidate. We actually no, we're not working with that. We're not working with that. We want the party to give us a runoff between Dr. Dawes and Comrade Campbell. And anyone win that runoff, we will work with them. And we are all comrades. We're in the meetings and the Gen Z is saying all kind of stuff. The party is saying all kind of stuff also. And we are saying to them, you know what we're saying? We want you to give us what we want. We want a runoff. And that we want. And if we don't get it, the party will suffer for it. Tell you. The party will pay for it because they cannot win the seat without us.
Some delegates told us that they won't be able to win the constituency if Dr. Dawes is a candidate.
You know, where I feel very pleased that we had the meeting today. Everybody spoke their mind frankly. And, you know, there was a nice spirit by the end of the meeting, a nice spirit of love and cooperation. More dialogue necessary, unity in the house. And I'm very happy for that. Dialogue has to be ongoing. And, you know, we're happy with what we've achieved tonight.
Clearly, Mark Golding is not telling the truth. He doesn't speak truth very often. But we can already see the temperature in the constituency. And it has been brewing for quite some time. This is not the first that the people have voiced their disapproval for the process, in that they're not able to vote. They're not able to exercise their democratic right. This is much deeper than what's on the surface, guys. The situation over there is simply this. You see, Alric is well known by the people. The people consider him to be humble, somebody they can work with, and so on and so forth. The real problem, though, with Alric being the representative is that you guys have already heard that with Mark Golding and Bunting and that faction. I've already told you guys that they are a cult. If the person is not a member of the cult, then they cannot have any position or anything like that in the party. They cannot be successful in the party. Alric supported the PNP and Dr. Phillips in 2019. He was a part of the PNP. What we are seeing today is not the PNP. It is the Rise United movement. They're only using the PNP's name to get the PNP supporters who are unaware of what they are doing. So we have seen in the constituency where the campaign office was burned down several times because of this same situation. And Dawes, rather than Dawes standing down and saying, listen, I will allow a process, and I would want to be a part of a process where people are able to exercise their democratic right and vote, He's going right along happily to be inserted in the constituency. He made a statement a while back that PJ is his godfather. And I wondered at the time, what is the significance of making that statement? PJ wasn't really in the picture or anything. But at this time, we can clearly see the Rise United style of politics you're looking at here. Alfred Dawes said last year that his opponent's campaign was dead. If the man's campaign was so dead and his Dawes's was so alive, then he would not be facing such a huge resistance. The man's campaign is not dead. There's a huge resistance against Dawes, and he can't seem to overcome it. This is a year later. And after being imposed on the people are still standing resolute. They're not accepting this. They want their right to vote. They want their right to select their representative. And they even said, hey, if it comes down to where Dawes gets the nomination, then we'll work with the party. But we don't want this process of unfairness. We want to exercise our democratic right to vote, as we've done in the past. So this is a serious indictment on the leadership of the PNP as well as on PJ. If PJ shows up today, not for the purpose of saying that the democratic process should take its course, then he's going to be in serious trouble, not just with those workers, but all across the country, because the PNP people them know, I go see say PJ is a part of the Rise United movement, who is a cult, and not the PNP movement, which gave people in the party, including delegates, the right and the opportunity to participate in the voting process, the selection process of who they want to represent them. You see, people like Alfred Dawes, they don't really understand that when it comes to politics, politics is about the people. It's not about what you think about yourself. It is about the people. To how Rise United movement is deceptive, I'm wondering if PJ is aware of what is really happening. I am wondering if PJ is being deceived by those people, and that today, if he shows up, he will really get to understand what is happening, because the people are saying that they're going to boycott the meeting today. So we will see. I hope that good sense prevails. I don't think it will, because this little cult that is trying to seek or gain national legitimacy, political legitimacy, they don't seem to have a grasp of what this is really about. And so they move like a bull in a china shop, knocking everything down, stomping on people's rights, and this is their signature. This is what they do. To have people like Dayton Campbell being a part of the process, who lost his seat, presiding at the most powerful position in the party is at the secretariat. It just doesn't make any sense, because if he had what it took, he would be in his seat right now. One thing I will say to Alric is to be careful. Be careful, because you're not dealing with a set of people who have any respect for other people and have any respect for processes, democracy, and what is right. So you have to be careful with people like these. If something happens to you, they're all going to go silent, just like they did in the case of Melissa. No one will care. So you have to think about your safety and your life first when it gets to this point. You must also understand that there is no room for you in the Mark Golding PNP, in the Mark Golding Rise United PNP cult. If you are a PNP, there's no room for you there. So I don't know why anyone would want to be a part of this to begin with, and then to fight with these people and put your life, your reputation, and everything at risk. It's not worth it to me. Like, it's just really not. And, you know, the people, they have to deal with the people. Let them and the people deal with it. That's how I feel. But guys, let me know in the comments what you think. Do you believe that PJ is being manipulated Do you think that he will show up today? And do you think that it's a worthy fight for Ulrich to continue? Let me know what you think in the comments. I'll catch you in the next video.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Jamaican flag is now being hoisted in our national stadium, just as we did 61 years ago on August 6, 1962. Please remain standing for the national anthem.